What's up, you patient cucks? Welcome to Run It Back with Blair Bomber. I'm going to get right into it because I already fucked up the other day. Here's what happened. Here's what's happening currently. Currently? I think those are both correct. I recorded a pod a couple days ago, and the pod was supposed to be a precursor to a part 2 on the same subject. That subject being your boy got tested. Not for COVID, for gonorrhea. So basically, this is what happened. I did the pod and I was talking like basically all my thoughts of get tested, my thoughts of I was almost rationalizing popping positive is what I was doing. Is I was sitting there like, I'm probably positive. And so you see me being like, well, I'm out here living. Oh, y'all get to it. But it's me before I knew my results. And then I had someone texted me, and it was something I had to take care of. It was kind of important. Not really that dramatic, not that important. But I did have to, it kind of took me out of the space of finishing the podcast. So that's why today I'm doing this intro, right meow. And then I'm going to play part 1 from what I recorded the other day. And then I'm going to record part 2 literally 15 seconds from now, because I have gotten my results, and now I'm going to go over those results. And I don't know what they are yet. That's the thing, is I don't know what they are just yet. But I got my results, and I'm going to read them on the pod. I'm just kidding. I know what they are. I did great. But I'm gonna go over that in a second. So, spoilers! Blair, what a fucking spoiler that was. It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. You didn't have to piss in a cup and have some weird guy with a mustache take your blood out of your arm. So shut up. All right, we're gonna go. We're gonna go. Okay, cool. So part 1's gonna start. It's like 15 minutes long, and then part 2 is gonna pick back up, and it's gonna be like 15 seconds from right now. Well, after 15 minutes, but then I'm gonna record it right now. Also, quick shout out, my girl Danielle. She's the only one of you motherfuckers that listens. She's the only one who listens, because I said there was a pod coming out on Thursday. And then everyone was like, it didn't go out, obviously. And then no one asked where it was. Which is like such a, what are you going to do? You're like, hey guys, this is really important to me. Quick update. Want you guys to know the pod's going to be late. And then everyone is like, we didn't know there was a pod. What podcast are you talking about? Oh, it's just like this thing that I do twice a week that I love more than anything in the world. But it's fine. It's fine. It's only my dream. Okay. Intro done. And then I don't know if I'll put okay, I'm just going to get to it. Blair, you're gotta, Blair, reel it the fuck in. All right. So that's going to start in 3, 2, 1, and go. Also, trying a new mic stand. So if you're watching the video, you'll see, I think it's a little bit too tall, but I think it's going to help my posture, though. I think that's hold on. Gotta adjust the chair. It's going to help my posture a little bit, and I don't know if it's going to look any better. Honestly, I think it might look worse. But I mean, the sound quality's got to be better. Right? I got to put this thing right on my fucking mouth. Shut up. Oh, I was gonna do some comedy tonight. They're like, Mike's canceled. Fuck. God damn it. Now I have no choice but to get shit-faced with my friends. Damn it. Yeah, I was just slacking last week. I don't really have an excuse as to why I was doing that. But I mean, don't hold it against me, guys. I'm still here to bring you guys the facts. And the fact of the matter is, your boy got tested. Not in the ring. I mean, your boy got the old STD screening. It was time. I think it'd been a minute. I'm a condom guy, guys. I'm wearing condoms. Okay? But every now and then you want to just be responsible. I mean that, and then someone says, hey, maybe you should get tested. And you're like, oh, shit, really? And they're just being nice. They're like, yeah, I know you used a condom, but you should just to be sure, you should probably go get something checked out. And I got tested 2 days ago. Supposed to be 48 hours. I called them today. I'm like, hey, where are my results? And she's like, yeah, it's going to be about 3 days, about 72 hours right now with COVID. Everything's slowed down a little bit, which I'm not used to yet. I'm not used to like the Texas part of it. Like I'm not used to whenever I call someone and they have an accent, I always think they're just fucking with me. Like, yeah, you got to come down here and bend over and we're going to put a thumb in your ass just for fun. It's like, wait, who's this, Tom? Who's here? Who am I talking to right now? But yeah, and you know what? You'll know how my test went if I don't talk about it. If I don't bring it up in the next pod, that means your boy's got the clap. Fucking whatever, dude. I'm not worried about it. I mean, what? Hey, Blair, take this pill for a couple of days and it goes away. All right. You got to have some speed bumps, team. Your boy's out here living. I'm out here living. So if you want to sit there and judge me like, Blair, I can't believe it. It's like you haven't been fucked in years and you've been married the whole time. I'm out here just living. I'm just out here living. And if that's not cool to some of you, okay. Don't fuck me. But let's not sit here and pretend like you were about to until you listened to this podcast. Like you weren't sitting there talking to your friends like, I just think that Blair is just like, he could really, really give it to me the way I want. And I think he's a lot of fun. But I'm going to listen to episode 135 of Run It Back just to be sure. You're not doing that. Fuck off. Dude, I dated a girl and she was telling me when we were dating, she's like, yeah, I've had like a bunch of STDs. I'm like, excuse me? What'd you just say? She was like, yeah, I mean, I've had gonorrhea twice, warts. Yeah. I was like, we've never used a condom, but this is good information to tell me after I moved in. Thanks, babe. I didn't live with her, but still, it's just like one of those things where, what do you mean? In the moment, I'm like, I don't really want to fuck. But that's the thing is, guys, like we can hear that and it won't change anything. Like we might be a little bit skittish in like over the next 5 minutes, but for the most part, we're gonna be like, oh yeah, no, that's fine. Oh, I don't care. You're good now, right? Okay, cool, whatever. Doesn't really matter. The only thing anybody's really worried about is like, the big ones like HIV, herpes. But I mean, you can only get, whatever. I mean, HIV would suck, but unless you're doing needles or banging, you might be okay. And even those guys, who's the last guy you ever heard died HIV? None of them. They're all just Magic Johnson in their way through life. You could argue Magic Johnson has never been better, never done better in his whole life than right now. And he went to 9 NBA titles, and he's still killing it. Blair, it's kind of offensive that you said that. Yeah, but I'm also fucking joking, dude. God. I love how I talk on this podcast like I'm getting heat. I don't get any heat. No one cares. I think I've only ever had like one. I think I've only had like one. Like one time somebody was like, hey, I don't like what you said. And I was like, all right. Guess I'll make sure you don't listen to this anymore. But yeah, I'm supposed to know by tomorrow. And it's like, I almost didn't record the podcast today because I wanted to come on there and just be straight up like, your boy passed his STD test. It's like when you're taking the SATs. It's like you don't want anybody to know you took it because they'll ask you how you did, and you don't want to have to tell them you got a fucking 3. Just being like, oh yeah, it didn't go well. It's like you want to do the test, and then your friends are talking about it, and you know what your score is, and you're like, yeah, no, I got a 1400, no big deal. I cheated. How you guys doing? What are we up to? Did I lose anybody? I think you should be proud of me. I think I'm being responsible. I was talking to my boy the other day, and I was telling him I went and got tested, and he was like, man, I haven't been tested maybe ever, and that guy's been out here fucking. It's like, dude, you're being irresponsible. I'm being responsible. And yeah, I could have some pretty uncomfortable phone calls in my near future. But I mean, that's what you have to do as an adult. You got to bite the fucking bullet and say, hey, we fucked Rod Deasy, and you may or may not need to go to the clinic. Dude, fuck off. It's free. It's freeing is what it is. It's freedom. Like what more could you want? Because like, what are you mad about? Like the shame? Oh, you feel shameful? Like you feel dirty? Like, ugh. It's like, dude, I eat ass. I eat ass. And you think that I'm worried about like getting like an STD? It's like, what do you want me, like the fact that I've been STD free my entire life, dude. I'm playing with house money. I'm almost 30. And I've been in the streets. Can you tell I'm in a great mood? I was reluctant to record, but I was kind of hanging out. And, you know, I spent way too much money in the last week on like, you know, adult shit, like moving insurances across, paying medical bills. I mean, it costs like $150 to get this fucking STD screening. It's like, Jesus Christ, guys, can I just get in there? And they don't even take insurance. You have to like claim it to your insurance later on. And that shit's a fucking bummer. Just put it on my tab. Put it on my tab. Lots been going on in the world, though. I think people are starting to... Well, I mean, people in LA are burning completely. But that's kind of expected, I guess. Right? When you go back into lockdowns, like, what are you going to do? But we're not going to talk about coronavirus here. We're not talking about corona. We're talking about only good, happy things. Like getting a piss test and a blood test to make sure you don't have stuff you can give people. Big condom guy. Actually, I'm thinking I might hold on to this pod. I don't know, man. People are weird here. They're like good weird. Like Austin's like a good weird. Like there was a girl who I matched with on an app, and she was like, "Hey, do you want to come over and hang out?" And I was like, "It's like 9:00 at night." She's like, "Yeah, wine and sushi." I'm like, "Is that code for pussy? Like, what is this?" I just got off work. I made some food. I'm about to watch a nice movie. Shout out chef. You know, it's like, who just invites me? It's like I judged her for just having never met me and then just blindly invited me over to where she lives. It's like, are you trying to get murdered? How often do you just trust me implicitly to come to your space alone? How big is your dog? Like, for real, how big is the dog that you own? And I was trying to be cool, like, because you don't want to say, are you sure you don't, like, I could murder you? And they're like, wait, what? It's like, you don't want to say that. But also, I judge her for that not already being on her mind. Because we are the most dangerous thing to you, women. Louis C.K. said it the best. It was right after he was done beating off in front of like 6 chicks. He says, look, the most dangerous thing to you guys is me. I don't think that's on a special, but it might be. And then I was like, I'm not coming over. There's no chance. I've already eaten leftovers. It's not going to be pretty. You know, I'm out. And then texted me today. And she goes, hey, it's kind of a weird question. Do you want to come to my birthday dinner with all my close friends and family? Guy I've never met. Like, what? Of course I do not want to do that. Like, that's the equivalent of like me saying, hey, do you want to come to my apartment? And then, oh, also, please don't tell anybody that you're coming. That's the same thing for me. Like, that's the kind of uncomfortable I would feel is when you say, hey, coming out with my friends and my family, even though you and I have never had a conversation in the flesh. That's like if I was like, hey, come, yeah, no, I live at this place, but also, can you do me a favor and throw your phone out the window as you drive over here so no one can find your location? We just want to come hang out and cuddle. It'd be fun. Also, I might... And then she looked at me like I was weird. She's like, you're being weird. I'm like, you are weird. Are you trying to kill me? That's kind of like what I was thinking is after we had the conversation, I was like, wait, she's being very cavalier. Maybe she wants to drug, rape, and murder me and put me in a suitcase. You're saying I'm not rapeable? You saying I'm not rape? Come on. Look at me. Who wouldn't want to get in this? Women are horny too. I mean, they're not that horny. We did it. We did it. I kind of already alluded to it in the intro, but I want you guys to know your boy is STD free. God, it feels good. Who wants to fuck Raw Deezy? Who's in? Anybody? Come on. Who's down? Who's up for it? Let's get silly. Pull-out game, strong. Your boy's got strong pull-out game. Man, I gotta be honest, I was kind of sweating it. Because here's the biggest fear that you have when it comes to STDs. Okay, hold on. This is the second biggest fear. Because the biggest fear is just having shit on your dick. I mean, not literal shit on your dick. You just don't want symptoms. You don't want symptoms. You don't want to wake up and be like, oh shit, my dick is purple today. Which has happened to me, but that was because I got undercut in spring ball in 2013, and I fell on my hip so hard that my whole left side of my body turned black and blue, and then I had to sleep on the right side of my body because that's the only side that didn't hurt, and then all the blood naturally went to the center line of my body, and then my dick turned black and blue. I'm not kidding you. It turned black and blue. Like, I'm black. Like, your boy had a Wesley Snipes type cock, and it was ugly, dude. It was ugly. And yeah, a couple girls still were like, oh, I'll put it in my mouth. Hell yeah, you will. Hell yeah, you will. Shout out Booty. Booty was there. I was like, hey, Booty, you got to look at my cock, dude. He's like, no. Okay, show it to me. Didn't even take any convincing. That's how you know it's one of your boys when you hit them up and you're like, dude, I got to show you something. And they're like, yeah, for sure. Let me see it. Have you seen Four Brothers? Okay, do I sound nasally? Hold on. Got to pinch the top of the nose. Do I sound less nasally now? Man, your boy, dude, I slept like 12 hours last night. Like a hard 12 hours conk, dude. And I feel great today. I'm not going to do anything. My goal is to not leave my apartment for the next 3 days. I don't work until Tuesday. I'm not going to chase any whores, even though your boy's clean. So I could chase all the whores. Just wear a condom. Condoms? What are you, gay? Anyway, moving right along. Blair, you lost at least 3 or 4 gay followers right there. It's like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. Get him in here right now. Jerk him off. Not gay about it. Blair, I didn't like the way you used gay. Well, I am gay. So how about you come over here and let me get you back on my side. Feeling giggly today, team. Feeling real giggly. And that carried over. And that's funny because that's been 3 days of me feeling giggly. Because in part 1, which you have already heard, I was very giggly. And now I'm carrying it over now. I think it was more insecure giggly because I was worried that I had gonorrhea. But now that I don't have it, I'm just playing with house money. I'm just excited. I'm just an excited kid. Oh yeah, Four Brothers. Have you seen that movie? There's that scene when Tyrese. It's one of the most wholesome scenes that I've seen in a movie, and I just think that it really just cuts through. I don't know when you have your friends, you have family, then you have your brothers, and that doesn't mean they're like literally your brother. It just means that there are no boundaries. So like Tyrese walks into the bathroom, and Jack is taking a shower, and Bobby, Mark Wahlberg, is taking a shit reading the paper. So it's one thing to be taking a shower and someone taking a shit. That's like, man, that you gotta be. There's just levels of closeness that you will never be at with probably 99.9% of the people in your life. But they're your brothers, so it doesn't really matter. And then Tyrese walks in, towel around his waist. He's like, yo, you look at my dick. There's something wrong. And Mark Wahlberg goes, ask Dr. Jack. Because apparently Dr. Jack knows a lot of shit. And he opens the curtain. So now they're all just sitting there looking at Tyrese's dick. He said, look at my dick. What's wrong? And he looks at it. And he's like, rug burn. What a metaphor for me. Didn't have any rug burn on my dick. Which, how dick does your big have to be? How dick does your big have to be? Dude, whatever, man. How big does your dick have to be for you to scrape it against the carpet? Or how skinny is that girl that you're having sex with? Do you know what I mean? Like, you have to really have a piece on you to be fucking it and it be in her and against the carpet. I think. I don't know. What do you guys think? What were you talking about? Brothers, Big Jake, his cock. He's got a fat cock. Anyway, that's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start snapping at all the punchlines. It's like, hey, that's the one right there. But there is this feeling, because even though you know that you're good, like you know you're good with an STD, no symptoms. Like, if you have symptoms, then you're like, okay, then you're a little bit worried. That's what you're supposed to do. It's kind of like with COVID. Like with COVID, like you have symptoms, you're like, oh shit, I've got COVID. Even if you just have like a runny nose, like, oh, I've got COVID, because there's a million different symptoms for COVID. But if you're walking around with no symptoms, you're kind of like not really worried about it. But then if you know someone near you has it, then you're like, shit, okay. You get in your own head thinking you might have it now, because that's like the sneaky part of COVID. It's the same way with the clap. Even though usually you have symptoms. But you do one, never, ever, trust me, never, ever start Googling STD symptoms and asymptomatic. You'll never find peace of mind, ever. You'll never be happy. Because you know what happens? Because there's no absolutes with science. There's no absolutes with, medical stuff. Like, there's always outliers, right? So let's say 99.2% of people, of men that get gonorrhea, show symptoms inside of 2 weeks. A couple of times ever, guys were asymptomatic and then passed it. So now the medical community has to say, well, it's not always. Which is, so you hear that and you're like, well, this chick was asymptomatic and she gave it to me, so then I can be asymptomatic if I have it. But that's not accurate, because you're just in your head at that point. It's rare that it happens. Like when I went and got tested, the guy taking my blood, I was like, hey man, because whenever I go and get a test of any sort or talk to a doctor about anything, I try to sift through like the patient-client thing, and I want them to really just level with me. I'm like, hey, level with me right here, dude. I was like, hey man. Yeah, hit him with the hey man. Hey man, so just those guys here. How many guys come in here with no symptoms that end up popping positive? And the guy was so cool. He was so diplomatic, because I know what he wanted to say. He wanted to say, dude, you're fine. But what he actually said was, most men have symptoms. Most cases, they have symptoms. I was like, that's what I needed to hear. That's what I needed to hear. We're hanging out. And then 3 days later, get my results. Negative. Woo! Woo! Man, I feel good today. Something so freeing about knowing you don't have an STD. Whew. And I had taken a little bit too long without getting tested. Like, I should have been tested a long time ago. But alas, here I am. COVID or the clap? What do you want? Because at this point, it's like, the difference is the stigma of it, right? Because we've heard of people that have been really responsible, locked down, not going out. They're just going to the grocery store and then home. They have a small, tight-knit community, which they're staying inside of. And then they still catch it. They went to the grocery store and they got COVID, right? And there's no stigma to that. No one's like, you're so irresponsible. It's like, no, it just, you can get unlucky. But if you hear someone has gonorrhea, you're just like, you asked for that. You don't just go to the grocery store, come back, and it's like, oh shit, my dick is green. Like, that's not what happens. You asked for it. You went out, you dirt dogged a little bit, no condom, and now you got bumps on your dick or your balls or your asshole. You got bumps. Now you got fucking discolored. Your dick's leaky. You got a leaky dick. And no one feels bad for you. No one is, like, no guy has ever came to his boys like, guys, I think I got the clap. And your boys are like, ooh, who'd you fuck? You know? Then they just laugh at you. And then you go and you take some pills and it goes away. If someone catches COVID, you're just like, oh shit, that's terrible. Are your grandparents still alive? Like, people genuinely feel for it. Because, I mean, also, like, you know, the basic STDs, they aren't killing you. You know, syphilis isn't going to kill you. I mean, it can, but, like, if you get it taken care of, you're good. So then at this point, it's like, hey, what would you rather have? COVID or the clap? I think I'd probably take COVID. I think just for the standpoint of now I'm immune for, what, 3 months, 4 months, forever? Do we know what it is? Once you have it, are you good for a while? Dude, if that's how it was with gonorrhea or syphilis or any STD where you catch it and then you're immune, dude, the condom business would be in trouble. Are you going to wear a condom? No, babe, I had gonorrhea 3 months ago, so now I'm good for the next year. Now shut up and let me... Yeah. I'm a fucking moron, dude. What do you want from me? I'm an idiot. Things are good, though. I think I'm going to try and lay low. I think I'm going to try and, now that I have this new freedom, I think I'm just going to do what I always should have been doing. Just sitting at home, beating off. You could tell because the subject of this podcast is really falling apart. Also, do you guys hate the mic the way it is? I think the sound quality is better when I have it this close to my face. Then I don't have to change, like, the background, so it's clearer, right? Come on, guys. Give me something. We're doing it. Did anybody ask for anything for Christmas? Let's just have a real dirty transition. How's Christmas going? Happy holidays. What are you guys asking for? Yeah, I think, but if you are of a certain age, you shouldn't be asking for gifts anymore. It's a pandemic. You shouldn't ask for anything. You should, if you have money, give it. Yeah, give. I mean, giving gifts are the best. You know what I mean? I got a great gift planned for my brother. I'm just going to give him the best gift. But also, it's a gift that, I mean, like, here's the thing. I will have given him the gift before this comes out. So I'm going to give him money. I know, hold on. I'm going to give him money to buy a pair of Jordans that he wants. The reason for this is there's a very specific way you have to go about buying these Jordans. Okay, you got to go online, you got to find the right dealer, you got to find the right, you want it used, do you want it new, how do you want them? Okay, you have to do that a certain way. I'll do it wrong. I don't want to fuck it up. I don't want to go buy the wrong size, the wrong dealer, that I look like shit, and I lost the money. So what I do is, he knows how to do it. He's done it before. I just give him the backing to get that, and that's like hey, go happy Hanukkah, you know? Happy Hanukkah, you dirty bitch. You know what movie I did rewatch recently that I don't think holds up? And I know this is going to be controversial. I know it is. 5 of you out of the 10 of you that listen are going to be like, I don't agree with that, Blair. But stay with me. I think Home Alone is not good. And I know that we're supposed to really just always stick to our guns when it comes to nostalgic holiday content. But it's just like, come on, guys. You can't tell me 2 grown-ass men can't just put on their boots, walk in a house, and fucking kill this kid. And then film it and put it on Pornhub. You can't tell me they can't do that. They can't figure that out? A coworker of mine said she listened to the podcast, and she's like, yeah, I like some of it. And some of it I was like, ooh. I was like, you should never have listened to it in the first place. That you did this to yourself. Never listen to the pod. You gotta save yourself. Okay, it's not going to be good for you. I think there are better things you could do with your time than than try to follow this stream of consciousness satirical bullshit. Yeah, and that was a grammatically real incorrect podcast. What am I talking about? Home Alone sucks. Fuck you. What if that was like how you always, like there's a movie critic out there who was just constantly just like, yeah, hey, what's the movie that you think is good? Requiem for a Dream? Requiem for it? Requiem? God, Blair, pick a better. Snatch. You think Snatch is good? Fuck you. I can get behind that. I can respect the guy who was like, yeah, I don't know if this is any good at all, but here you go. I don't know. It's the slapsticky part of it that I just don't think it holds up. Not Snatch. Snatch is not slapsticky. Snatch is actually really good. But Home Alone, it's like, you guys tell me you can't kill this kid. Family Guy did it great. They did like that cut scene, which is what all Family Guy is what's up, bullies? Better come out and get me. And then there's Marv, Joe Pesci's character, pulled out a gun and shoots the kid in the head. It's like, yeah, that's what probably would have happened. If you're trying to rob the place and the kid is in the way, it's like you got to kill the kid and take all their stuff, and then you're out of there. It's not hard to figure out. But what is good is, okay, I've talked about The Mandalorian before, right? Are we big Mandalorian fans? Don't you love how like the scope of this podcast is, it's such a spectrum? Okay, we're talking about STD tests, Pornhub, child pornography, Home Alone, Mandalorian. Guys, you come here for the content, okay? So it's just, what's it rated, Blair? Everything. It's rated E for everybody is probably going to not like one part of the podcast. I love The Mandalorian. What else was he saying? Nothing good. It got pretty dark in there for a second. Mandalorian. Look, The Mandalorian is a prime example of Disney making something that they want everybody to enjoy. Okay? Which I think in most cases, if you want to impress everybody or appease everybody, you end up appeasing, impressing, and nobody. That's just what happens. Try and get them all, you lose most of them. But Disney has found a way, and I'm just going to ignore that text came through because I should have already had my phone on silent. Blair, you're not very professional. And your voice is trash. Yeah, it's real bad. I know this. I know it's bad. So, Disney has somehow found a way to make The Mandalorian enjoyable for people who saw the originals back in the 70s, our parents, my parents. And then also for kids who don't really know anything about Star Wars, but they like the fun characters, they like the little kid stuff, it's kid-friendly. There's action, but there's not too much violence. You know, there's strong female characters that are just as strong and powerful as the men. I'm not going to go into that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to just talk about, I'm not going to talk about, I'm not going to discuss the fact that Disney and Marvel has just tried to shove down our throats that there are women superheroes too. That they can kick ass as just as much ass as the men's asses that are being kicked by the men. That's what it is. It's like, all right, we're going to have 3 chicks and they're going to be Mandalorian knights and they can beat up anybody. But then it's also like, Blair, why are you getting hung up on that? It's about space travel. It's like in the future, but in the past at the same time. Okay. So they jump through hyperspeed, light speed, hyperspace, light speed. They go into light speed. And they have magical powers that they can move stuff with their minds and have sabers made of light and they shoot, lasers out of guns. Okay, that's like where I'm drawing the line. I gotta stop hitting this thing, Blair. God damn it. I gotta make it a little bit taller. Wish I was a little bit taller. Wish I was a baller. Wish I had a girl who was a whore, I would call her. Those are the words. Don't look them up. So I got to just let that part go. But it's also really annoying. It's like, yeah, okay. Women rock too. I mean, it's going to give women a false sense of reality because they think they can kick anybody's ass and they go to the fucking bar and call a black guy the N-word and get knocked out like they're a chick at a Mexican restaurant and they just yelled at Joe Mixon. It's like, that's not the kind of example we want to be setting for our daughters here, people. Talk shit, get hit. That's what you should be teaching your kids. You talk shit, you say the wrong thing to the wrong guy, he will put you down. You're way too confident these days, ladies. And someone needs to take you down a peg. Someone needs to Joe Mixon your ass. I'm kidding. This is all jokes. I would much rather have gonorrhea than COVID. Come on, guys. I'm always kidding. But The Mandalorian. I digress. The Mandalorian. I've been kind of in and out of it. Because here's the problem I've had. It's the stilted dialogue that really drives me. It really takes me out of the scene. When they don't know what they're doing, and it feels like they're just saying what they're doing while they're doing it. It's like, are you an artist or are you not? It's like, okay, they all wear helmets. So when they can't emote through their facial features, they kind of have to just say what they're doing while they're doing it. Like Gina Carano, who was an ex-UFC fighter who for sure is on whatever The Rock is on. Those two are just doing the same goddamn drugs because her head is getting bigger. Literally, her bone structure is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like, yo, dude, what are you on? And do you want to throw on a strap on and go to town on my hole? It's clean. We've established it's clean. Your boy's got a clean whistle. STD free, baby. Tatted on my chest. I mean, henna tattoo on my chest. Don't put a real one because I'm one date away from being right back in that lab. Anyway. Gina Carano, she her gun, she tries to shoot her gun and it clicks. Now, unless you're retarded, you know that gun is jammed. You know what she doesn't need to say? My gun is jammed. And then you know what her other friend who's with her doesn't need to say? I got your back. I will cover you. It's like you don't need to just do it. You don't need to tell me that you're doing it. I see you're doing it. Could you imagine if you went to the kitchen and got a spoon, a bowl, some cereal, and milk, and then went, I'm going to make cereal in this bowl, and now I'm going to eat it. Anybody within earshot of you would say, are you the dumbest person in the world? I can see that you're doing it. You don't need to tell me you're doing it. Okay, the only time that's ever okay is during sex. And then you have to tell everybody what you're doing while you're doing it because you need consent all the time. It's like, I'm going to kiss you now. Is that okay? Yes, it is. I'm going to gently but firmly pinch your nipples. Is that okay? No, that's gross. Why are you doing that? It's like, I don't know. Pinch mine. Fuck. What's going to do to get his nipples pierced? Pierced, pinched. Both. Both apply. Dude, here's the thing. All I'm saying is here, team. All I want you guys to think about is just the people aren't that dumb. You don't need to say what you're doing while you're doing it. It takes me out of it. But then, I mean, spoilers. If you haven't seen the newest Mandalorian, it's season premiere, season 2. Season premiere? Season finale of season 2. Great ending. But I have to admit, no spoiler, but I have to admit, it did take me seeing the final scene for me to realize what time period of Star Wars it was in. I was like, hey, wait, what year is this? What's going on here? Is the Empire still around? They're not around? Are they cool? Where the Jedi at? Are they all dead? Give me something. Guys, we covered a lot today. I hope you enjoyed it. Episode 135. I'll probably call it COVID at the clap. That's a good episode. 135, COVID at the clap. That's good. I like that. All right, we did it. I'm also going to back sync this to make sure I'm doing it right. I've been saying that for 2 weeks now, and now I finally remembered. So 3, 2, Bam. That's a good back sync. Right? All right. We're good? We did it? We're happy? Fuck Rudy.